Shipbreaker 9346-52. Links would like to share the following inspirational message. Make the most of your shift by fanning the tiny sparks of effort into flames of profitability.
Hey there, it's just, the pressure's really getting to me. It feels like when I was just a kid. You heard about the Kurile Islands? It's like hell there. We escaped when I was maybe 5. Crossing the ocean in those tiny boats was the scariest 2 weeks of my life. You have no idea. We got so close, we could see Pacifica, but this storm comes in, flips all of us over. I just remember sinking deeper and deeper. The water closing in all around me, and that's what this feels like. I guess that's why I'm such a screw-up. I'm not built to carry all this weight. Anyways, thanks for listening, Cutter.
Okay, Kaito. I'm sorry you had to go through that, man. Yeah, go follow Viv. Go. If you didn't yesterday, do it now. I'm not kidding. There are usernames on the screen. It's NB Black Sheep everywhere, but just usernames all over the screen right now. Go follow Viv's stuff. Go follow them on Twitter. Go follow them on Twitch. Go follow their YouTube channels. Go to their Patreon. Give them money if you have it. I know we're all fucking broke as shit, but if you possibly can, go fucking follow Mena. Go give Mena money. Become a patron. Go support people if you fucking can. Like, we're broke but not dying. Mena's trying to move. Like, Viv's trying to move and also live. Like, just go support people. I have artists. Hey, you need some art? You need some fucking art? I got a list of artists that are all amazing. I got a list of them. You want some artists? Go follow and support Peach. Peach does good shit. Peach does good shit on Patreon and does just generally good art. Has a store full of stickers and shit. Go do that. My friend Jojo, go follow him on Twitter. I'm going to just put usernames here because people have changed their usernames recently, so I don't know them all by heart anymore. But like, I will have a list of people. I might not mention them in this video because God, my memory is terrible and I will forget who I do and do not mention. But there will be a comprehensive list of everybody that I can possibly think of in the description at the very least. So to go fucking down there. If you can't give them money, go give them a follow. Watch their shit. You know, like a fucking thing on Twitter so that the algorithm will be pleased. Like, do shit. There's ways to support people that are non-monetary. Sharing things that they make is a massive thing because YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, everybody buries stuff that is not instantly profitable. If, like, the way YouTube works, it's not just watch time. Watching a video is not actually that lucrative. Like, it doesn't actually give much to the creator. What Twitch wants specifically, or what YouTube wants specifically, is engagement with the platform. And I'm going, like, for people who don't know, I'm going to actually kind of explain this a little bit so you understand what both of them do. Like, the algorithm does not care about you watching a 40-minute video. Like, if you go and watch I don't know, fucking one of H-Bomber guys fucking things or something like that. Like an hour and a half long video, the algorithm does not give a shit about that. It's staying on the platform that matters, which is something that I don't think people realize a lot of the time. The algorithm does not give a fuck about, oh, cool, you watched this video, or yesterday's video. Yesterday's video was 40-something minutes long before editing. We'll just say it's a flat 40. You watched it for 40 minutes. That doesn't matter. Did you click through to another video after that? Did you stay on YouTube after that? It doesn't even have to necessarily be on the channel. It just needs to be on YouTube. Did you stay within their thing is what they care about. If the answer is no, then ad revenue and algorithm placement is basically zero. Like, we don't get ad rev through the channel, but we used to, and also I've learned as much as I can about how this thing works, as much as you can find out, because Google doesn't they don't say everything about what does and doesn't make the algorithm work. There's stuff that people have figured out, and there's stuff that they have publicly talked about. But from everything that I've been able to do in research on this over the years, the modern model of the Google YouTube algorithm is based on keeping people within YouTube. Not even watch time. Watch time does matter. I'm not saying it doesn't. It does matter. But it is not the primary focus of the algorithm anymore. The primary focus is click-through and retention. Did your video push them off of YouTube? Did they go to a different website after viewing your video? That's the thing that they don't want. They want you to continue watching content, continue to consume product, which that's what this is. This is a product. Like, I am making a thing in the hopes that people will pay me for it. Now, it's not a direct sales product, but it is still, I am producing a thing in the hopes of making money. That's what this is. But Google doesn't care about that side of it as much. They want you to continue consuming YouTube. And that's what the primary effector of the algorithm is now. And I know I've said that a few times. I'm trying to gather my thoughts while I talk. So it's similar with Twitter. You are placed. Your tweets will be seen more readily if you get a lot of engagement on the tweet. Just likes actually will typically bury a tweet. It needs a reply, a retweet, and a like for it to affect its placement in the algorithm. So if you see something that you really like on Twitter, like it, retweet it, do not quote tweet it. Quote tweeting does not affect the algorithm actually at all, as far as I'm aware. It can in fact hurt it, because it will take attention away from the original tweet, which is why I've tried to stop quote tweeting things that I actually want to boost in some way, even though I have like no audience on Twitter and I don't really care to. Go follow the channel Twitter though. That's where all the, like, you can get a proper feed of everything that goes up on the channel there, and on Discord too. We have literally a thing called the feed on Discord that everybody who has their like Twitch attached to their Discord, it'll auto post there when they go live, stuff like that. I have a few YouTube channels set up to auto post when videos go up, ours, Viv's, and a few others. But Twitter wants you to engage as much as possible, which is why I get on people like one of my friends who will not fucking stop quote tweeting piece of shit asshole right-wingers. And then that causes click-throughs, because quote tweets don't help, but click-throughs do. If you see a quote tweet and you click into the tweet, that affects the placement in the algorithm. So it's not the quote tweet itself. The quote tweet doesn't matter. But if you quote tweet something and then somebody wants to see like the reply, sorry, I didn't mean to pause that. Somebody wants to see the replies to that tweet and they click through into to view the whole tweet itself, that creates an impression on the tweet, which then Twitter is not looking for the content of the tweet. They are looking for people engaging with the tweet, clicking on it, liking it, retweeting it. Quote tweets to a certain extent affect that, but not in a way that matters. Like to the person really, it's mostly those main three things. But all of that stuff affects it. And I'm trying to get that through to my friend who keeps quote tweeting fucking right-wing assholes thinking that he's doing dunks. And I'm just like, dude, you're literally doing nothing but probably causing more people to click through and view the tweet, which then puts it higher up on the algorithm. Instead, bury the fucking thing by not doing anything with it. See the tweet on a feed, don't click the tweet. Shit.
Reactor meltdown sequence triggered. Urgent action required. Ship salvage in full. Credits applied to cutter account.
Okay, I need to hurry up. I'm going to probably die doing this, but... Oh my god, okay. That was very scary. I nicked that pipe. And that almost turned out really bad. God damn. I don't even see where I hit it. That was very close to the end of this this fucking thing. But yeah, go give artists a follow, a like, a retweet, and a comment. Go do that for... If you can't support them monetarily, at least make it so their tweets don't get buried under everything else. You don't need to give them money, but just so their work can be seen, so maybe somebody who does have money wants to give them some money. You know, like, don't feel like you can only support people monetarily, is what I'm saying. And that goes perfectly along with going and supporting some people that I know and who I am friends with. And yes, I am attempting nepotism, even though that is so not what is possible here, because I do not have an audience that would be able to, like, that's not actually nepotism, but you know what I mean. I want to support my fucking friends in the way that I can. And yelling about them on this channel is the thing that I can do the most. So yeah, go give Peach some likes and some retweets and some comments on their art. Go retweet and like and just say, hey, just put for the algorithm on people's like Twitter posts for their streams. Like, go retweet and post Viv's and Mena's stuff when it pops up. And even if you don't want to see the rest of the content from them, learn to use Twitter's tools that they have to make a better experience for yourself and still support people. Like, I use the lists feature a lot, and I have like a list of people that I like want to be able to see and make sure that I can retweet when they post stuff. I have a list of random people that I want to like keep up with, but I don't want to follow because I don't care about them personally. And then I have my normal like friends list where it's like, hey, these are my friends. These are the people that I want to keep up with at all time. And that's my main timeline now. So consider doing something like that, maybe? Like having a list of people that you don't necessarily follow, but you want to support. Just turn off retweets from them if you don't want to see stuff. Just turn off the retweets and then just add in like, hey, support the support one or something. I don't know what the fuck to call it for you. I'm not gonna name it. But just have like a list and then retweet, like, comment on stuff on Twitter. That helps a lot. That unburies stuff in their fucking algorithm. We have to learn to combat the algorithm to actually work within it. Which is what I've spent a lot of time recently doing, actually, is like I had a Skillshare subscription for a little bit. And there is a whole like series of videos from someone, I cannot remember her name. If I could, I would absolutely give her the proper credit, but I literally cannot remember what her name is. And since I don't have Skillshare anymore, I can't go fucking find it. But she did a really good breakdown of like how social media works and stuff, and like how to kind of manipulate it to be seen on it. And that's where I've learned some of this stuff from. Others was just like watching other people and learning how the actual like internal systems work. But yeah, go give Peach some love on Twitter. Go give Mena and Viv and Jordan and fucking Denmo and Jazz and every fucking oh my god, my brain just suddenly blanked. I had someone in my mind and then my brain blanked on their username. Wow. Bridget and Paige, Jesus Christ, Tripodial. Go give them like some, just, even if you can't do it monetarily, like there's a lot you can still do to support people that you want to support. It doesn't have to be cash. Cash is always good, obviously, like we live in a society, and it requires money to survive, so cash is always good if you can, but if you can't, share videos. Like share, go and don't just put a link. Okay, so this is another thing with the algorithm. Don't just link a video somewhere. Click the share button. YouTube specifically, and I know also TikTok, they count the shares via the share button on the video as part of like the way that the algorithm reads whether you are doing enough for the algorithm or not. And it will see how many people click through on those things. Like it's not fucking around with that. It knows exactly how many people I've clicked through. Like TikTok's weird in that it will tell you when someone clicks on a video you link to them, because it gives a unique like ID string to the link that you generate that then ties back to your account, so you sharing shows up for more people. It's weird. It's not good. I am not saying that the algorithm is good or that it should exist. This is all talking about getting around it and working in it to try to do something, you know? We shouldn't have a fucking algorithm that dictates whether people can see the things you made or not, but we do. Twitch's algorithm's weird. I don't quite know how it works, and frankly, I don't care enough about Twitch to learn it. But I from what I can tell, is just kind of views based. It's views and chat, which I know I'm not helping by just having the the thing open, but and not chatting in people's streams, but also I'm at least doing something by having it open. But I'm pretty sure that theirs is just views in chat, like how many people are chatting and how often. There's not really a click-through rate on Twitch from what I can find. So, like, even on Twitch, if you can't support, just leave the fucking thing open in the side. Like, just leave it open somewhere. Mute it, leave it open. That's what's happening right now. Like, this is obviously very directly after the last episode, and I still have Viv's stream open in the side right now, muted. It's just on screen. And yeah, like, do that kind of stuff. Work against it. Work against the algorithm. Support people, and specifically support a bunch of people in the description for this, because I am realizing, talking about this, that there's no way I'm going to remember everybody, so I'm just going to compile a giant list of people that you should go, like, give attention and or money to. Because that's what I can do. But yeah, like, go support those people. Support people you like. If you like someone else's content, and, like, obviously I'm not going to know who that is, go and support them in the same way that I'm describing here. Like, just go give them some attention for the algorithm. Let's see if this explodes everything. Yep, it did. That's not what I wanted, but luckily that apparently doesn't cost much in the way for that fuel, so whatever. I don't know how you're supposed to get that thing out there without blowing it up with the bombs. I have no fucking idea. Yeah, I have no fucking idea how you're supposed to do that. Whatever. Huh. That's annoying. I will learn that puzzle one day. Today is not that day. How do I get this thing out of here? Do I just need to cut on this side over here to get all the... Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, let's do that. But yeah, go support some of my friends. They do a lot of work. Like, out of everybody, small artists and creators and makers and stuff work so fucking hard because they don't have teams of people. They don't have social media managers and fucking editors and copywriters and all the other shit. They got themselves and sometimes maybe a friend who helps them out. Like, it's fucking hard. Like, if I could afford to hire somebody to manage our social media, I fucking would. I hate it. I hate looking at Twitter. I hate trying to figure out funny thing to tweet and shit. Like trying to figure out, like, oh, how can I get some kind of attention for that? I don't want to do it. It bores me to tears to do that shit in such a just depressing manner. Yeah, like, go help out creators. Like, it sucks with how okay, so I am not calling this person out in any way. I'm not saying this was a bad thing at all. So a couple years ago, Shakira Smith, Slayer J, linked to our channel when she left YouTube. She's back now, actually. Go support her on Patreon. That's somebody else. Fucking go support Slayer J on Patreon. She's making stuff again now. But she linked to us a year or two back I think it was pre-pandemic, so a couple years ago. And was like, hey, go support people like who are go support queer people on YouTube, specifically trans people, because this was when there was a bunch of shit around all of that on YouTube. And it was her last video for a long time. And we had like 500 new people subscribed. That's where the bulk of our subscribers came from, was from that post. And while I truly do appreciate it, it didn't change like watch numbers or anything, and that's the thing that matters. Like, I don't care how many people are subscribed to this fucking channel. It could be 15 for all I care. That's not what I'm here. I'm not here to have millions of subscribers and all that other shit. I just want to make videos and like maybe make enough money to pay my rent, you know? But I specifically remember, and again, nothing bad about this person, but seeing as there was no real change after the influx of subscribers to the channel, it was like over a year later, it was, I believe, in the last calendar year, maybe in 2020, somebody commented on a video, hey, I subscribed because of Slayer J. I never watched anything, but I finally gave it a watch and I really like your stuff. And this was over a year later. And it's like, I appreciate that you did. And hey, if you're still here, what's up? I appreciate you. You cool. This is in no way a negative thing about you. It is more the mentality of YouTube and people who use it who don't quite understand the way that it works and stuff like that. Subscribing to somebody and then not watching their stuff does nothing for them. It, in fact, is just incredibly discouraging. It is something that I am kind of still bringing myself to terms with, the fact that we get less than a 10th, sometimes 100th of our subscribers actually like a lot of videos are in single digits. Even after having 700 plus subscribers, we still get 4, 5 views on a video. And that is incredibly frustrating until you finally just kind of accept it's like they did this as a show of solidarity, not because they want to actually see what you do or because somebody popular told them to. Shakira said, hey, go just subscribe to these people, and people who liked her stuff did. And that's cool. She tried to do something and did something that helped people, you know, like she did. But a lot of the people surrounding it was not I don't want to say an empty thing, an empty show, but it was very much, I am doing this because I was told to by somebody popular. But then forgetting for over a year that you did that thing and not actually looking at the content doesn't help. It doesn't do anything. It's just disheartening. And again, nothing negative to this person. I appreciate that you eventually did give the channel a watch. And I hope you're still around. I hope that you have enjoyed your time here. This is just kind of a mentality thing I'm talking about. And this was a good example of it. We live in a world that's fucked by tech companies specifically, by everything. But like tech companies have really kind of fucked everything, you know? And we live by a few companies' algorithms. And choosing not to participate in that is a completely fine and valid thing to do. But if you want to show real support for somebody, and I'm not saying this just about us, this is again a broad statement and just using these as examples. If you really want to show support to somebody, watch their stuff, like consume product they make, because it's not a mega corporation behind a lot of these channels. You know, it's not making $10 million on Twitch or being able to run a successful Kickstarter for your fucking show or whatever. It's not getting millions of dollars in ad rev and fucking sponsorships and everything else. A lot of people are just making stuff by themselves and hoping that somebody out there wants to see it and maybe likes it enough to give you some money for it. And I think that's a thing that people don't really understand 100%. Because I have a lot of friends who do this, and I am still so sad that they are not pulling an audience as big as they should, or as or making the money that I feel they should, you know? Viv's funny as fuck. Like, Viv's funny as fuck, man. Like, Viv is maybe the funniest person I know. And not nearly enough people are hanging out for their streams. And yes, I'm focusing mostly on Viv here because Viv's cool, and I feel bad because they work their fucking ass off and constantly feel like they aren't doing enough. And part of that comes from the fact that, like, you know, they have a good chunk of followers on Twitch, but still sit in like the double to single digits in watching, in people actually watching streams. And it's the same thing with our channel, which is why I'm like, I understand the feeling and the frustration like so much there, because it's the same exact thing that's happening with our channel of people want to show support, but they don't want to show support, you know? Like, if you follow or subscribe to somebody, watch a thing or two, and if you decide you don't like it, don't stay there. Like, if you don't like the content on this channel right now, this YouTube channel, channel 47, unsubscribe, please. And this is not being mean or anything, I am saying I don't want you here if you don't want to be here. I would rather have 15 subscribers and see those 15 people consistently watching the stuff that we make than to have 700 and however many we have now and only 15 people watching it. And a lot of that probably is the fact that the algorithm buries us, because for a long time I marked all of our videos as like LGBT, LGBTQ, Mogwai, like all of the different terms and tags and everything that you would use to designate, hey, this is a queer space, like this is a queer channel. Come here if you are queer and want to watch a queer play video games, you know? But that turned into, oh, well, YouTube actually kind of just destroys. You don't get placement in the algorithm if that happens. That kind of stuff, you know? Like, and so I stopped tagging it with that, but I think the damage is already done, and a lot of people who are subscribed probably don't even see us on their feed. Like, for some fucking reason, even though I make sure to, because I follow them on Twitter, so I still see all of their stuff, Stop Skeletons from Fighting and Super Bunny Hop do not show up anywhere at any point on my subscription feed, no matter what. I watch every one of their videos to completion and typically watch another one of their videos or two after that. every single time I watch one. And they still don't show up in my algorithm for some reason. They show up for other people, but mine specifically, they're broken. And I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. And I'm sure that that's probably happened with us, with some of the people who are subscribed here. But I'm also sure that the majority of the people who came from Slayer J and from Autostraddle and a couple other places that we kind of got a few subscribers from, I am sure that they did it because they wanted to be like, hey, I'm subscribing. But it doesn't do anything. Like, don't just follow on Twitch. Go hang out for somebody's stream. And if you don't like it, leave. Like, unfollow. And some creators may find that really upsetting to have somebody unfollow them. But if you weren't going to watch their stuff, it's just a overinflated number that then causes more discouragement later. When it's like, oh, well, I have 200 followers on Twitch, but 8 people show up consistently to streams, and every once in a while 1 or 2 other people will show up and give it a follow and then never return. And I'm not, that's just an example, that's not ours. Like, we don't give a shit. Streaming is such a secondary, like, I feel like doing this kind of thing. Like, we stream once a week. Streaming is not, it's just not my thing. The more I have tried to make it a thing for me, the more I have learned I hate it. Too many things can go wrong. I can't edit. I can't control it. It just is a thing that happens, and I get frustrated when things don't go right. And I hate it. I hate it. Like, I do it once a week because it's fun to hang out with my friends, but I cannot imagine making a career out of streaming. It's not for me. It's not for my personality type. But it's just stuff like that. Like, if you want to actually support somebody, it's a little bit of work to do that nowadays because of the algorithm. It's not just give them a follow. They'll show up for more people because they have more followers. No, it's the amount of people watching, how often they're watching, how long they're staying on the platform. It's how much engagement with their individual posts and everything else. Like, it's so many different variables now, and it's a little bit of work to even non-monetarily support somebody. It's part of the reason why I've kind of stopped asking people to share our videos and stuff, because people don't. Like, and I'm not saying nobody does. Like, Nep has consistently retweeted every single video that goes up on our Twitter for like years, for close to 3 years, because I've known Nep for about 3 years. No, it's it's one of those things that, like, most people don't see them even, let alone retweet. And again, it's your fucking Twitter. I don't really give a shit if you do or not, but asking people to share videos just doesn't work anymore. It helps if you do. I'm not saying that you shouldn't share videos, but asking people to, that it doesn't do anything anymore. But hey, if you think somebody might like the content on this channel, give them a link to the channel. Let's start clearing this thing out now, because we have a shit ton to still do. Like, this ship is like almost done, but also not near done, because I still have to do the radiation part. I still have the I already did the power thing, it's just not out of there yet. Like, there's still a lot to do on this fucking ship. But yeah, like, if you want to support people with whom you like the stuff they make, it now requires work on your end too. Which is why I'm recording this, because I want people to go support people that I like. Not even us, like, go support people that I like, because I like them and I want them to have more stuff. So yeah, if you can, go to the links in the description and go look through people's work. Like, don't just give them a follow and go, okay, cool, done. If you like their stuff, support it by actually sharing and doing all the things that I described to please the algorithm. And yes, it will take some clicks on your mouse. It will take a minute or two to do that stuff. I am not saying that it is without some form of labor as well. That's just the world we live in now. It requires that to do basic things for people, and it sucks. I'm looking forward to the very nice, soft, calm fishing game next month. So I don't think about labor constantly because of this fucking capitalist nightmare game.
Fuel supplies are available for purchase at the Master Jack.
That's why I'm constantly thinking about it in this, because literally this game is all about just the abuse of labor by corporations. It's why I think about it so much playing this. But yeah, go support some people. And even if they're not on the list and you have like people that you want to support, go do the things I described to do that for them, you know? Go give them a little bit of fucking the old razzle dazzle. I don't know. I'm trying to give them some attention on a platform that they are on. Like, fight an algorithm for them.
Caution. Tether supplies
Yeah, I fucking know. I know. I'm trying to just move this goddamn thing so I can pull it out of here. It really doesn't want to let go from that. What is holding it in there? Like, what is it catching on? Nothing. Fine, I'll just start destroying the panel. How about that? How about I just do this? How about I just wreck this fucking thing? Will that work? Will that work for you? I know I'm an angry, fucking tired bitch a lot of the time. I know I am. I am not the most pleasant person to be around. I have my reasons for that. Some people are just very tired. I am one of them. And I do apologize for my mannerisms sometimes, but also part of the reason I am always so pissed off about stuff is because I want things to be better than they are. And I feel completely and utterly powerless from being able to do anything about it because so many people have no desire to make real changes to anything because, and I talked about this before, because a lot of people are very scared of what those changes would bring for them. You know, it's a similar mindset, but not, it's not the same. I'm not going to try to say it is, but it's a similar mindset to a lot of white supremacy. Of a lot of modern day white supremacy is not the same as white supremacy from like 40, 50 years ago. a lot of it now is white people's fear that non-whites will do to them what they did, you know? A lot of it stems from that. A lot of it is a fear of, oh God, what if we become the slaves? What if we are the ones whose lives are consistently ruined? And that's where a lot of it stems from. It's a whole thing. And a lot of that also applies to workers' rights. And also, of course, capitalists' fucking propaganda and decades, hundreds of years of societies being steeped in this and everything. It all stems from that. But a lot of it is just fear of things will change if things change, and I don't know what they will change into, thus I am afraid, thus I do not want them to change. And that's where a lot of my frustration and anger comes from, is just like, things have to change because people are suffering. And whether that suffering is not being able to afford food or basic medical or working a job that treats them like shit or like anything else, like even coming down to the algorithm, even coming down to the way that content is made for people, the way that artists are able to share their work is all heavily constrained by that fear of going against something that is known, something that is not good, but it's like a long-term bad relationship. Like, you know it sucks, you know it's bad, you know it's not good, but you're comfortable and you're scared of leaving it. And that's the thing that pisses me off. That's the thing that frustrates me so much about it, because it's always going to be scary. And that's why that's one of the main reasons I'm consistently very jaded and angry. And I understand that is very off-putting. I am off-put by myself a lot of the time. But I do not feel like I can morally not be outraged at things. And I don't mean the outrage of like getting pissed off at about a character in a fucking piece of media. Like, frankly, outside of like really harmful depictions, I don't give a fuck who's in a movie. I don't care. There are people who shouldn't, like Benedict Cumberbatch should be fucking thrown into the sun because he is a monstrous human being. That is not the kind of thing I'm referring to. I don't care about miscast members of a fucking movie or something like that. I just don't. That is something that people will spend years arguing about, and I'm just like, I do not care about this. What about the people who are working on that movie who were abused? And I like the IATSE stuff that's happening right now. Like, watching that unfold is both amazing and incredibly disheartening in like a myriad of ways. Because I'm finishing this ship on this episode. This is not going to be a fucking 3-episode ship. Sorry, this is just gonna be a long fucking episode. It's amazing to watch as a lot of the members of the union are fighting like a motherfucker. But it's also disheartening to watch as people just bitch and complain because they won't get their movie. Oh no, this is going to stop the production on some Marvel movie or some Paramount picture or some shit. And it's like, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care. Like, those people deserve fucking money. They deserve to be okay working. And then on top of that, you have what the fucking actual union has done, which I am not 100% versed in what is going on with that, but from what I understand, the union kind of fucked over their workers, which bad unions will do that. And I have not looked into what's exactly happening as of right now. But the last I saw was a lot of workers were very unhappy with the deal that was struck, because it was basically the same deal that they had that was being ignored by the studios before. Because the studios very quickly realized that most of the equipment is owned by the people doing the work, not by the studios. So before the strike was, I don't know if the strike even started, because they reached a deal and I've not been able to keep up with everything going on as of yesterday. But the strike was supposed to start Monday, which this is what? Today's Tuesday. This Wednesday. So today's Thursday? If today is my Tuesday, this is Thursday then. The strike was supposed to start Monday of this week. And I don't know if it still happened, because the last I saw, the union made a shitty deal with the studio to basically not change anything and just kind of enforce the studios to do the thing that they were supposed to be doing anyway, which a lot of the workers are pissed off about and are still planning on not coming into work. But the studios caved before the strike even was supposed to start, or the studios didn't cave because obviously they didn't give up anything. They're just doing the thing that they were supposed to in the beginning, because they realized that most of those workers own the tools that are used, and they are leased or rented out by the studios themselves for the production. But the workers started packing up all their tools, and it's real hard to scab both enough production people and the tools needed and the knowledge to use those tools in a timely manner. Like, there's just no way. Which is, you have so much power as a worker there, and if what I saw from a few of the members of the union on Twitter, basically the union just went, oh, okay, cool, you guys did the thing that you were supposed to, the deal you gave us was the one that you were supposed to give us in the beginning, so cool, that's it, that's all we need to do, and called off the strike as far as I know. Again, I would have to go look it up. I have not been keeping up with it, because it was yesterday, and I was fucked yesterday in terms of my ability to function. But a lot of those members are super pissed because they're just like, well, nothing fucking changed though. And they have all of the power there. They have the tools. The tools are theirs. They could fucking leave and take their tools with them. There's nothing the studio can do. And watching the union kind of fuck them over sucks. And I'm pissed about it, and I'm not going to not be pissed about it because it's off-putting to people, because you should be pissed too if you are put off by the fact that I am angry about this. Re-examine why. You should be angry. No, being angry is not fun. I don't find it fun to constantly be angry about things that companies are doing. But also, you should be pissed off when fucking corporations are ruining people's lives for profit. You should be incensed about that, not incensed about their fucking casting decision for a fucking... You're angry about the wrong things.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
You're people screaming at each other about fucking characters in goddamn TV shows and shit, and ignoring that those TV shows are made by people who are probably working for fucking nothing and working dozens of hours more than they should be and more than is healthy. Oh, yeah, I don't like that my fucking anime didn't come out on time. It had to have a filler season. Or the animation budget is so low and blah, blah, blah. Dude, people in Japan die making those shows. Literally die at their desks. Why are you pissed off that you don't like the voice cast when people are
Material deposit.
dying? You're pissed about the wrong thing. And that's why I'm always frustrated. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. That's why I'm so frustrated. That's why I'm always so angry, because I'm angry about the fucking corporations abusing their workers, and I'm also angry about people ignoring it and being pissed off about some stupid bullshit like which ship matters. No one cares about your stupid fictional relationships. Please find another personality. I get that I am an off-putting person. I know. And frankly, if I have to be off-putting to stand up for something I care about, sure. I'm not funny, I'm not interesting, but goddammit, do I actually give a shit.
Deposit accepted.
And I think a lot of people think that I don't care about people or things. No, I just have a very hard time expressing my emotions or any kind of affection or anything. And my default state is just pissed off because I look at the world and I'm so scared and sad and tired. And nothing is changing. And that's why. It's not that I don't like people. It's not that I don't want them to be okay. It's not that I don't want them to enjoy media. And even critical thinking about media has turned into a fucking farce nowadays. Like, you spend so much time talking about, well, the story or the portrayal of these characters is harmful to this group of people. It's like, okay, it's a piece of media. Dude, what about the people who were harmed in the creation of that they had no choice? Like, what about the set builders? Like, on a live action show that you don't like the portrayal of a character on, and you're mad because, I don't know, fucking a female character is misportrayed. Like, yes, that is something to be mad about, but it's fucking fictional. It's not real. Why aren't you pissed off about the set worker who, you know, worked 16-hour days to build the sets for that thing? Why aren't you pissed off about, like, the audio engineers who spend so much of their own money, and set designers too, like set designers, like builders, like people who physically do the stuff? Like I said, most of those tools are their own. Like, they buy those tools themselves and then lease them or rent them out to the production. But they still are working 16 fucking hours a day, 7 days a week. Why aren't you pissed off about that? And that's why I'm always angry. That's why I'm pissed off at Nintendo milking every dime they can at all times, destroying any attempt at preservation of games, of their own games that they refuse to re-release. And again, this is not the same as wanting a new entry in a franchise. There's a difference between preserving a thing that was already made that you can go back and play, and destroying the attempts at preserving stuff that you don't, that the corporation does not care about. And like, that's what's so frustrating to me. And yes, you should be able to care about multiple things at once, but most people don't. Like, everybody talks about that, like, oh, well, people can care about multiple things at one time. It's like, yeah, but do they though? Do they actually though? Like, are they actually giving a shit about things all at once? Or are they just saying fuck it because they can, because it's easier to just go, I want this thing though. I want the media that makes me happy. I want my treat. And that
Credits deposited.
is incredibly depressing to me. It's like genuinely very depressing to me. And I'm less angry about it than I am scared, because without people being able to care about both the media portrayal side and critically think about media, you should critically think about media, but it shouldn't be the only thing you do. You should critically think about how that media is created. And that's something that people constantly forget about. They forget about the labor side of it all the time. They only care about the portrayal in that media of the thing that they like.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
I don't even know where I'm at right now in terms of this conversation. In terms of me rambling about this, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore, because I don't know how to get my point across. Okay, this thing is now off of that, so I can get that into the thing as soon as I get this all detached. I need to figure out why this is not going away, though. Oh, yeah, the power fucking regulator thing. That's still in there, too. Oh, wait. Did I miss one thing? Is this what's holding this all together? Huh. Well, let's see what we can do. Just trying to figure out how to get... See, with this thing like stuck like this now, I don't really have the ability to get this out of here, I don't think. Let's see. We're gonna have to go back for fuel and stuff anyway. Can we just pull this whole thing around so it's facing the other way? Because that would be helpful. Did we do the other side? Yeah, the other half is done. God, this is gonna be the longest fucking episode ever. My fucking apologies for this. Well, this ship's already 2 goddamn episodes. I'm not making it a 3rd. But yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't critically think about portrayals in media. Obviously, they are harmful. But focusing only on that is just as harmful in ways, because you are ignoring... It doesn't matter if a piece of media is perfect. Like, it could have perfect characterizations, perfect portrayals of every single type of person. It could be the perfect piece of media. But if it's made with the abuse of workers, what the fuck does it matter? Cool. Glad that it's a perfect portrayal of trans women. We need that. Really fucking hope that the people who made it were treated fairly, paid, and compensated properly, and were not abused in the creation of it. It just... You could have a perfect piece of media that still ends up being exceptionally harmful. You just won't see it happen because it's happening to people behind a camera who will never be on camera, who will never be recognized for the amount of work that they do, because the actor is the one that gets the recognition. And I'm not saying acting is some nothing thing that anyone can do. I can't fucking act to save my goddamn life. It is labor, and it should be fairly compensated. It's just there's a disconnect between an actor and a set grip, or a set designer, or, you know, a camera person, or Like anything like that, there is a massive disconnect of work, of labor, pay, and recognition that shouldn't be there.
Credits deposited.
And even in leftist and like liberal, fuck liberals, in left-leaning circles, in progressive circles, in even a lot of socialist circles that I have been in, the labor is forgotten when they start talking about portrayals and social justice stuff. The labor is ignored a lot of the time. And without proper compensation for labor, it doesn't matter. It's still abusive. It still sucks, and it still shouldn't exist. That's how I feel about it. It doesn't matter how good the portrayal is. It doesn't matter how cool it is. If it is still damaging to the people making it, the actual people making it, not the person who gets to be in front of the camera, who should be fairly compensated as well. But I don't think Tom Cruise does $50 million worth of work when there are people coming in and, filming for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a few months for a shoot if it's a long shoot. I don't think Tom Cruise deserves $50 million for that. I don't think that's fair pay compared to the 16 hours, 7 days a week that a set designer or a builder on that set would have to fucking do. Or, a Starbucks employee has to do. Which, hey, today as recording this, I just before starting this entire 2-hour-long fucking ramble, saw that Starbucks workers are trying to form a union, which fucking good. Like, fucking good. Good. We need that. We need that so desperately. Starbucks is a massive employer. And the problem with making unions in that kind of space is a lot of the time, because they're typically at-will employers and they are not already union going into it, they will just shut down stores or just let people go because they don't have to give a reason. Like, there was talk of a union forming at a Walmart near where I worked at a Walmart once. They shut the store down, just outright. And that's completely legal for them to do because it was in a state that is at will, and they can just say it's not profitable enough. We have to shut it down. Sorry. And they don't have to give a real reason. They can just go, oh, there's been whispers of a union. All right, shut that store down. We've got 6 others. And that shit happens all the time with places like Walmart and stuff like that. Like, and I worry that Starbucks is going to do the same thing, where they're just going to either, hey, you guys forming a union? Cool. Oh, your performance isn't looking great. Or, hey, we have to cut back. The stores in these areas just aren't doing well.
Fuel levels are low.
Because that happens a lot. Like, the reason given for the Walmart closure near me was the store was underperforming. I know from some of the people that transferred over because they were non-union people, like they did not want a union, so they transferred out. I know that store was one of the best performing in the city.
Secured. Account credit applied.
But they don't have to report earnings for single stores to shareholders or anything. So they can just say that it's underperforming, and suddenly it's underperforming. And then you have a whole mess with that. And I worry that Starbucks is going to do the same thing instead of just allowing a union to form. I hope that they don't, and I hope that more proper unions take place and can actually start making a difference in labor. I really desperately want that. But until they do, you're really going to have to fight for it. It's not going to be just a quick, we've made a resolution, because they can just not recognize the union if they really want to. I mean, that's happening with fucking alphabet workers at Google. It's happening with a bunch of different places that are trying to unionize. They're just like, no, we just don't recognize the union. They don't. Like, legally they have to, but legally they don't have to. It's one of those things of just like, they will find a way around it. Okay, this is detached, so what I'm going to do is try to shove this whole thing in there. And then if I take this end and put it to that anchor, I should be able to kind of just peel the skin off this fucking thing, right? Maybe? No. Shoot. All right. Well, let's get these out of here, and then we could start, I guess, taking stuff out so we can then cut the damn thing in half, I guess.
Valuable object processed.
We're so close to getting 5 on this. I just want to get 5 on it. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Cut it in half. To quote the late Mitch Hedberg, fuck it, cut them up. Oh shit, that cut the wrong thing. Whoops. Well, actually, you know what? Can I cut this whole thing? No, I can only cut that. What? I can't cut the nanocarbon, but I can cut the titanium. Weird. Huh. Also, how do we get this thing off of here? Maybe I can get rid of these to get it out of there? Because yeah, that's a processor part. That's not a... That's not a furnace part. You know, I also realized we never got our fucking radiation tutorial. Which is something that I've only dealt with on a couple ships in free play. I have never actually had to deal with radiation in-game before. So that's interesting. Okay, can we cut this just right to get it to come free? I hope that was good enough. It was not. Ah, because of this. Now is it free? No? I don't care about destroying a couple $100 of aluminum. I would rather get the stuff free from here. Wait a minute, is that... Oh no, it's lights. I thought they were the AI things. I was like, wait a minute. Did I find some inside the walls? That's so creepy. But nah, it was just the fucking normal stuff.
Material processed. Credits deposited.
Okay, so if I destroy... No, that's the whole fucking thing. It's this. Okay. Yeah, sorry this one's so long. Like, I have no excuse other than this is fucking hard, man. This is taking so much longer than I thought it would. I did not think we were gonna get to these types of ships in this season of coffee and cutting, which will probably be the final season of this game. It's a lot. It's a long time, and my throat hurts after every single recording session because it's so much. There's just so much happening. And I gotta figure something to talk about for an hour. Really? Fine. Get in the processor.
Caution. Tether supply
I know. Oh wait, you didn't get in there.
Raw
Get in there.
material processed. Credits deposited. Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Why are you not moving? Oh. Because you're still stuck, huh? Are you still attached? Oh my god. Bye. There we go.
Object accepted for processing.
Okay, I think we're basically done now outside of getting the internal stuff out of here so we can then just shove everything into the processor and the furnace. We just have to get this stuff out of here and then we're done. I just realized I recorded straight through Sam's lunch too, so I didn't even get to talk to him. Fuck.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I didn't even get to talk to my husband for the hour I get with him during his shift. Fuck. I fucked up. I wasn't expecting to be recording this long. I wasn't expecting 2 hours. 2 hours and 4 minutes for 2 episodes. It's... Oh boy. Ow. 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 Ow.
Valuable object processed.
Are there any more computers or any other bullshit that I need to care about in here? Fuck, there's an access panel. Shit. I do need to get that out of here because that's actually worth a decent chunk.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay. I think that's everything. I think everything... Okay. Now I think everything is out of this thing, so I can now just shunt this into the fucking furnace. So much longer than it should have been. I have 2 tethers left. That should be enough to get these last parts in. And then thank fuck we're done. No, I wasted a tether. Okay, thank God. Please get in there. Just get in there.
No tethers remaining.
I'm begging you. Oh no, the tethers broke on that too. Can I just shove it? Ah, fuck. All right, let's go grab.
Raw material process. Credits deposited.
Let's go grab more tethers because I don't have enough to get it in there. Fuck me. I'm so close to getting 5. I just want to get a 5 on this. I'm wasting tethers, but I just want these things in there. This thing is real heavy. Oh yeah, it's 14,000 kilograms. So that's what, 31,000 pounds? More, little less than that? I'm actually going to open a calculator. Okay, 14,207. 14,207 times 2.2. 31,255. Hey, I'm still a math guy. Yay. I'm still a math guy. Yay. I'm glad I was able to do that in my head. I didn't get the exact number, but I wasn't going by the, fucking... I'm proud of myself for that, goddammit. Anyway, gonna restock on everything, even though it's a giant waste, and we're gonna wait for that thing to sink on in there. Go on, get.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Yes.
Ship teardown complete. Tether account credited.
All right. Anyway, hour and fucking 24 minutes. Have a nice night, everybody. I'm going to go die. I'm done recording for the day. See ya.